What's up? It's been a while. It's been a while. I didn't really know how to start a stream like this, I guess. It's been 3 years since I've ever done a Twitch stream. I had to like relearn how to do everything. I had to relearn how to set up all of this. Kind of weird. But I put together a PC and I got like a moderately okay streaming setup. So, yeah, it's also my birthday. I feel like I should mention that. The title isn't a lie. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
It's a simple song!
So I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite, the campaign, today. I'm not really a huge nerd on all of the intricacies of the Halo universe. I know quite a lot because I've been playing these games pretty religiously ever since I was like a baby. So these games mean a whole lot to me. And so you may see some of that, or you may see me focus on different areas that you may not see otherwise. I'm mostly a multiplayer gamer, but that's what I'm doing. And what I thought would be a good way to start off going into Halo Infinite while it's downloading is to do a tier list. Wow, a tier list, yeah. So we're going to do a tier list. And, all the big content creators, they basically just, they stream, and then they do a tier list, and then the tier list is what gets uploaded to YouTube, and then like 90% of everything else is just for the stream. So, yeah, this is the bit like that, where I'm going to basically make a tier list, and do it for all the Halo games. And notice Halo Infinite isn't on here. I'm going to have a segue into Halo Infinite, and that'll lead into trailer. It's going to be, it's well thought out. It's well thought out, okay? That's what we're going to be doing here. So let's get this out of the way. Let's move all these garbage Halo games right down into Never Played. So all of these are the Halo Wars, or like weird side stuff, like not the main first-person shooter garbage, and so I never played them. Didn't really even care. So now we're at the main Halo games. And let's just get these in order, because I need them to be in order. And Halo 4, Halo 5. Okay. So, I played Halo way back in Halo CE. And Halo CE, or Combat Evolved, was, looking back on it, was a very bad game. But, for its time, it was absolutely revolutionary. I mean, this predates Call of Duty. Halo CE came out with multiplayer, with system link capability, with tournaments.
One of you will be the Halo National Champion.
With the whole shebang that we know today. But it came out before Call of Duty. It rivaled, what was it? Medal of Honor Frontline the same year. So, for its time, this is a freaking fantastic game. And so, if we put on our little, time capsules and we go back in time and we look at Halo CE, this game is absolutely phenomenal. It did far more than GoldenEye ever did for the N64. Come on, let's be honest. And so Halo CE revolutionized first-person shooters full stop. And so for that, we'll put it at an A tier. Let's get this one out of the way. Halo 3 is S tier. I'll get into that in a second. So Halo 1 has to have, you have to tip your little Santa hats to Halo 1. Halo 2, what happened after Halo 1 was the campaign was very, very easy, and people wanted a harder campaign. So Halo 2 launched with the hardest campaign ever out of any of the Halos, probably including the Halo I'll play today. It was just fantastically hard. And it was also the easiest campaign that they ever released. Story has it that a member of Bungie that developed this game was able to beat the game playing with his nose to his controller, and was able to beat an easy campaign. That's how easy it was. So it's the hardest hard and the easiest easy to try to mop up as many people as possible, and it kind of works. The campaign itself is incredibly broken. People found exploits on the first day, but this was back before they would launch like patches and stuff. So it has its kind of charm where you could do like super bounces, you could do all the butterfly stuff. It was just absolutely just a crazy game. You had the button combinations in there everybody knows about. The RRX, YY, RRX quad shot. So you had a lot of stuff in Halo 2. So I would put Halo 2 right behind, I put it right in front of Halo 1. But they're both A tier. And I can't get them in order. There we go. So after that, it's like, well, how do you top that? People were holding on to their copies of Halo 2 like this is just the best game ever.
I mean, when I'm watching the demo and you climb up on the cruiser and kick the guy off, I lost it.
The MLG scene was made from Halo 2. MLG, as we know it today, launched with Halo 2.
He's got to finish this. He's got to finish that. Ogre one, no.
What? This is the most perfect four shot I've ever seen.
So, like, to add more evidence to Halo is, like, the first-person shooter that created everything. They're like, well, how do we one-up that? Oh, I know. Let's just give it fantastic graphics. Let's add in more features, more community-driven content. And since this was made mostly from Halo gamers, they just made it how they wanted to make it. And what that is it ended up being Halo 3. And Halo 3 is perhaps one of the best games. Yeah, perhaps one of the best games to ever be developed, period. Either in its timeline or today. You can go back and play it today. I played it a little bit yesterday. It's still completely beautiful. They were able to launch a Halo Master Chief Collection, piloting a remake of Halo 3. And out of the box, it was just incredibly fantastic. The competitive scene exploded over this. You had people that started in Halo 3, some names like Formal, Ogre 2 that are probably still streaming today, made their entire careers off of competitive gaming in Halo 3. Everybody from Final Boss Carbon, all of those like major brands, SK, FaZe I think started with Halo 3. And then they like kind of trickled out into Call of Duty or other things. Oh, by the way, Ninja started in Halo 3. You know that guy? Yeah. He started there and became a very, very good gamer because this was just an awesome like universe of gaming.
I have sniper in rockets. Do not die. I have sniper rockets. Watch out, our green. I got him. Stay alive. I have rocket sniper. Do not die. Let me be the last. Let's fucking go! Oh! Woo! Woo!
Oh my god.
I am a god, dude! Ah! Woo!
Started in Halo 3, now like a multimillionaire, playing other shooter games. Halo 3, creme de la creme, cannot speak higher for it. I think the Halo 2 campaign was a little bit better than Halo 3, but maybe they're tied. But Halo 3 has to be S tier in my eyes. Now let's go from there. We go on a decline. Things get a little bit sad. Halo 3 ODST releases, and ODST released with a single disc that was just for the multiplayer of Halo 3. But it also had this like campaign disc that came with it. And the campaign was all right. It was kind of like open world, and you'd walk around, and you weren't Master Chief, so you weren't really sure like what they were trying to piece together. But it was kind of like a film noir version of playing Halo, and it was a little bit weird for me back then. I kind of get it now, but it's just all rainy and droopy, and yeah, I'm gonna put it at I'll put it at B tier. But that one was kind of you know, and if you had Halo 3 at the same time ODST came out, there was really no reason to get ODST. The campaign was you know, it's notable, but you can kind of skip over it and be all right. But then tragedy struck. So all of these games above here were made by Bungie, and Bungie decided to make another one. This is incredibly successful series. And what comes after 3? Well, obviously 4. So they made Halo Reach. Halo Reach, C tier game at launch. At launch, terrible game. It launched with a ton of bugs. It launched with a bloom mechanic where you'd shoot and your shot would spread out. It launched with a bunch of abilities. Nobody really liked the abilities in Halo 3, but they made it to where you could scale them back really easily. In Reach, it was less. You had like these loadouts that you had to do, and so they pulled in some mechanics from Call of Duty, and it was like, no, we're the ones paving the way here. Why are we letting outside stuff influence? Like, we're spearheading this entire genre. So it's very, very weird. You also had like the sprint and the armor lock. I mean, there was just so many issues with it. There was a lot of lag issues and ping issues and having your shot like not register on targets that were very uniquely bad for Halo Reach.
Like, this kid doesn't stop spamming, I can't kill him. Like, I literally can't do anything. I can't do anything different when he shoots faster than me and hits every shot.
And so it really, really hurt the competitive scene. Ninja was able to find incredible success in Halo Reach through what tournaments there were, mostly because his personality was absolutely fantastic throughout the entire thing. Very, very entertaining. He still has all of his videos up, by the way. But Halo Reach was just, it was a slippery slope. At the end of Halo Reach, they did things like the Zero Bloom playlists, and people in the Forge community made better multiplayer maps. The campaign is entirely forgettable. It doesn't mention Master Chief at all, and so you're kind of, again, segmented from the entire storyline that came before it. But Halo Reach is kind of eh. And so most people were really disappointed with this, including Microsoft. So because of that and many other things, the Halo franchise got sold to this random company nobody'd ever heard of called 343 Industries. LOL, who? And they came out and they said, oh, don't worry, guys. We got your back. We got your back with this game called Halo 4. Halo 4 came out and it was absolute dog shit. The launch was kind of cool. They launched with like this Dorito special, and then you could enter in the codes on the back of the Doritos, and you'd get extra social XP up to like level 120 or something. And you know, you had like a bunch of different like classes and stuff, and like the armors were kind of cool. But after that initial like grazing period of like 3 months, you were kind of like, this is a really, really empty game.
Listen, TJ. I agree with you. I think that Call of Duty right now is much better than Halo 4. That's not.
Dude, don't say that, man. You'll corrupt the fucking community.
Huh.
Found yourself using the pistol a lot more than like anything really else. It had like some cool weapons like the railgun and whatnot. The campaign again like had the forerunners and stuff, and parts of that were cool. But the final boss, spoiler alert, final boss, you ended up not even fighting. It was just a cutscene. So it was all a build up to kind of eh. And so, yeah, for that, I mean, it had I would say it had a little better adoption than Halo ODST. I'd put it at B. Put it at the back of B tier there. And then came Halo 5. After a long time, actually, came Halo 5. And a lot of people put in feedback to make Halo 5 not suck. Basically, we got two strikeouts. We don't want 3 outs, basically. And so Halo 5 came out, and they wanted to make it more competitive. They added Sprint, much to the Halo community's chagrin, but Sprint was in a lot of different video games. So Halo 5 came out, and basically ended up being an alright game. It wasn't as good as like the Halo 2, Halo 3 multiplayer high days, but it was definitely up there. And it ended up being an okay competitive scene as well. Many tournaments were had with it. You know, a lot of different organizations were willing to consider Halo 5 again. At the end of Halo 4, a lot of organizations were dropping Halo. There wasn't a lot of people playing it, and it didn't make sense for advertisers to sell for that community. So Halo 5 kind of brought people a little bit back. But again, the storyline was missing a little bit, and everything was off just a little bit. So we'll put Halo 5... We'll put it A tier. Yeah, we'll put it at the back of A tier, but yeah, it could easily be top of... We'll put it top of B tier. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. So these are all the rankings up until today, when Halo Infinite came out. And so Halo Infinite's been out for a while. You can play the multiplayer. Some streamers got access to the campaign before, but now things are fully polished, and they launched it today on my birthday. And I'm going to play Halo Infinite today. But first, I'm curious. And so far, with the multiplayer and everything I've seen, Halo Infinite is a very clear A-tier candidate. Maybe above CE. Might be above Halo 2. It's going to be A-tier for sure. Because it's leaps and bounds ahead of Halo 5. But I want to compare what my ranks are here with the community ranks. Let's see. Okay, so the community doesn't know shit. Whoever filled these out are just painfully wrong. To put Halo Reach at S tier, yeah, I mean, they're just very, very confused. There's a lot of nostalgia for Halo Reach, but it doesn't make any sense to me. And then the fact that Halo Wars would be up on the same level as Halo 5, it's so apples and oranges, I don't even know why those are on. Okay, so the community doesn't know anything. All right.